inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Henry out of the pistol.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He's going to wind up and air it out. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. An incredible play there on 4th down in their own territory. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again to Henry. Pushes him over. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Throwing on first down is Allen. Forced out to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So, Charles, a nice throw there by a man who, until this week, was the backup here, elevated to get the start due to injury. How different do you think this offense will be?
Well, the hope is not much, but obviously it's hard to say until you get out there and see how your guys respond. And fortunately, this might just be a 1 or 2 week absence. But I do think that this unit has faith in him. They believe that he can play well, and they're going to band together to give him every opportunity.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. A handoff, Fournette running left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. A first down carry for Henry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. They run the counter. Henry, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking deep for Adams. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Davante Adams. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From way up at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for L.A. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Allen now on third and goal. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Noah Fant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Let's go. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go play action with Hurts. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Rams are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the frame.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. A big play there just before halftime. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Niners will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, short.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there just before halftime.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Derrick Henry in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers would extend their lead here just before halftime. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. From way up at the 23.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Allen now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw into the hands of Fant. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From way up at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, they'll throw with Allen. His throw incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Going for it all. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Will Fuller. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. coming off another spectacular season with the Titans. He became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Henry. First down and much more for Henry. Touchdown, 49ers! And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should.
Touchdown! Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. Allen will try to throw for it. And he is going to get in. But there is a flag down. Let's sort this out here. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
At their own 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 130 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive. And in a relic, it's caught inside the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. Not much there, only a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. That's complete right around the 8. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Allen. Flush to his right. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Josh Allen. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Rams 29.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jawan Bentley gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Here's Johnny Hekker now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So the directional kicking problematic there. They're going to spot this inside the 30-yard line. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this one is right down Broadway. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, and it's intercepted. picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Rams are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's got a man complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles.